what's up, Parker?
Hey there, Omar. Oh, hey, what's
What's up, Watson?
Good afternoon, Parker and Omar.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome to What's Up, Watson. My name is Parker Merritt.
And I'm Omar Farid. Parker and I are data and AI technical specialists, so our main focus is helping IBM clients integrate Watson AI into our enterprise applications.
And that's exactly why we're so excited to be bringing you the show. Omar and I have put together a detailed breakdown of some of the most exciting things happening in AI, from virtual assistants to insight extraction.
That's right, and we're going to be interviewing AI experts, showcasing cutting-edge applications and discussing some of the most influential trends in enterprise artificial intelligence. And we're thrilled to have you along for the ride.
If you're interested in learning more about Watson AI or would like to discuss how artificial intelligence can be infused into your very own business, be sure to reach out to us after the show. We'd be happy to help. Now, Omar, obviously you and I deal with artificial intelligence every day, but the majority of people out there have a pretty hard time wrapping their minds around this concept.
Well, AI does have a lot of misconceptions, so you can't blame it.
No kidding, and there's a lot going on under the hood. That's why I usually start by explaining the answer to one simple question. Why AI? What's it going to do for me? And that's usually a more relatable way to start a conversation about it.
So tell us why then.
Alright, okay. So central to the AI story is the story of big data. Companies have been building up these massive moats of information, huge data warehouses with records going back decades. Nowadays, there's also a ton of new data coming in all the time. Stuff that you might call unstructured data. So instead of numbers in a spreadsheet, you've got video, you've got audio, you've got posts from social media, a ton of different stuff that isn't neatly organized or categorized.
Oh man, TMI.
Right. Way too much I. So there's a ton of data to begin with, and the rate at which new data is generated just continues to increase exponentially. And obviously this is a problem because, generally speaking, our ability to analyze and understand this data has only increased linearly at best.
And it does come with some pretty big costs.
Yep, exactly. Every data point you fail to analyze and extract insight from represents some form of opportunity cost. So by not acting on this information, your business is generally missing out on something. Money, time, market share.
And even people's lives.
That's sad but true. When it comes to catastrophic weather events or equipment failure, the inability to act on your data can even lead to a loss of life. So clearly you can see why all this deep data analysis isn't just some fad or trend. It's a critical capability for preserving all the things we value.
But we've known this for a long time.
Yep, that's true. Businesses have been chasing this holy grail of data analysis for decades now. Keep in mind, AI has been around in some form since the 1950s, but the tools for operationalizing it on an enterprise scale just haven't been there until now. The widespread adoption of cloud computing has enabled unprecedented access to AI. Businesses of any size can now remotely tap into sophisticated hardware, bleeding-edge algorithms, and pre-configured AI applications with little to no upfront investment. So, yeah, bit of a long-winded answer there, but the question isn't just why AI, it's why AI here and now. We've known for a long time that our enterprise data is chock full of valuable business insights, but the convergence of hardware advancements, open source libraries, and cloud computing has enabled more widespread AI innovation than ever before.
And you're exactly right, Parker. It's not just about why AI. It's about why AI here and now. So now let's kickstart our journey towards AI. At IBM, we've developed a proven methodology built directly into our platform and specifically designed to get you past these obstacles and on your way in no time. We call this methodology the AI Ladder. It was developed by our senior VP, Rob Thomas. It is now an official report by O'Reilly, which you can check out in this link above. But first, let's take a look at some of these obstacles. Starting with data. So you may know what business problems you want to solve, but now it's time to think about what data is needed to solve this problem. First of all, do you have the data that's needed? And if so, is it accessible or is it spread in many separate locations? And if you don't have the data, how are you planning on collecting it? These are just some of the questions to consider before jumping to AI. Secondly, there's the issue of relevant AI skills and resources. There's a common misconception that to begin with AI, you need to begin with suddenly building a massive team full of AI PhDs or have years and years of AI research. But we're happy to tell you that this is not the case, and that with our platform, we enable all your knowledge professionals, expert or not, by empowering them to succeed in AI projects with full collaboration while automating the most meticulous AI processes. Lastly, there's the issue of fostering an AI culture. It's really important to understand that adopting AI isn't just about succeeding in one big project, but rather setting yourself up for success in continuous and rapid innovation and experimentation. This means that you need the ability to continuously start AI projects and quickly scale what works. Now let's take a look at how our AI ladder methodology will tackle these obstacles and get you on your way. So the 4 steps of the AI ladder is collect, organize, analyze, and then finally infuse. So there's a simple way to describe the issue that we tackle with the collect phase: siloed data. We understand that the data you may need might be scattered in multiple locations, and this significantly slows down the AI projects that you're so excited about, because insights are only as good as the data. So to tackle this issue with the AI ladder, our clients leverage our unified platform to manage their data regardless of its location, ultimately making data simple and accessible. IBM achieves this with providing hybrid data management platforms and data warehouses to help them scale up their real-time data ingestions. With this approach, we bring our AI capabilities to where your data is rather than the other way around. So now that we have our information that we need collected, it's time to get organized. It's important to understand this isn't just about technology. This is about technology combined with people and processes. This is why once we've collected your data, we then focus on streamlining the process of cleansing, integrating, and cataloging your various types of information throughout a process called data ops. This then enables a self-service culture to drive agility for your rapid innovation at scale while ensuring proper governance and record keeping. Great, so now we have our data collected and organized. Now it's time to gain insights with the next phase: analyze. So to empower your knowledge workers regardless of expertise level, to automate and accelerate the most rigorous steps in your AI workflows, IBM has set a robust foundation in open source, providing a full suite of analytics tools. This provides seamless collaboration across the enterprise, while automating tasks such as cleansing data and picking the right algorithm, which can typically take weeks to even months, and reducing this to just a matter of minutes. This allows you to focus on what matters most, leveraging your insights to make continuously smarter decisions. Finally, it's time to operationalize AI throughout the business with the infuse phase. At this point, we are now ready to apply AI across the enterprise in multiple departments and within various processes, drawing on predictions, automation, and optimization. Whether this means leveraging pre-built Watson applications or AI directly into current business intelligence processes, the infuse step is all about that rapid innovation. Congratulations! Once you've reached this point in your AI journey, you can officially consider yourself an innovator in your field. In this phase, our clients are readily tackling various business problems, from finding correlations in unstructured data that a human would never find to improve marketing or customer care, to making predictive decisions and optimizing supply chains, to retaining large volumes of knowledge in the form of documents to make every employee your best. But man, so many use cases to pick from. How does an organization decide on where to start?
Well, really, that depends on the organization and who they want to bring value to. So, in the case of Autodesk, it was their customers. And for our audience, basically, Autodesk has this software suite that allows you to create 3-dimensional models of almost anything. I'm talking electric cars, skyscrapers, massive industrial machinery.
And movies too, right? I'm pretty sure Avatar's visual effects were made by Autodesk Media.
Avatar, Iron Man 2, Harry Potter, exactly. These guys are everywhere. So, obviously, this is some very popular, but also very complex software. There's a bit of a learning curve.
Yeah, that basilisk from Harry Potter used to give me nightmares as a kid, so that's for sure.
Right. All made possible by Autodesk. So, naturally, Autodesk customer support is dealing with a lot. People are calling in with all kinds of questions. I'm talking about 1 million customer contacts per year. These people are very busy. Phones are ringing all the time. But here's the thing. Half of the questions that people are asking are super easy to answer. Things like changing your address, small technical issues, activating product codes, things that all could easily be done online.
That's right. And that's common in customer support across pretty much any industry.
Exactly. So, obviously soon they figure out that a massive amount of these queries can be automated, and that's where IBM comes into the picture.
With our leading conversational AI, Watson Assistant, of course.
Gotta love Watson. Real quick for the audience, Watson Assistant is IBM's chatbot building platform, and essentially you can build a virtual assistant with a slick drag and drop interface. No programming required.
That's right, no programming. Super easy to use.
So with Watson Assistant, they create Autodesk Virtual Agent, aka AVA, With Ava, Autodesk customers can ask any question, big or small, and be sure they're going to get back an answer any time of the day, 24/7.
We're living in the future.
Absolutely, man. This capability is so underrated. And what's really cool about this, Autodesk already had everything they needed to do this. They had all this data containing info about their chat logs, their use cases, things people were asking in forums. Overall, Autodesk had 14 million sentences worth of keywords right beneath their noses.
14 million? No kidding.
Right, so Autodesk trains Ava with all 14 million sentences, and no surprise here, the results were mind-blowing. Today, Ava supports over 30,000 customer conversations per month. 30,000. And thanks to that, Autodesk has brought the resolution time down by 99%, from a day and a half to just about 5 minutes.
Wait, did you say minutes with an M?
Yep, just 5 minutes to solve an issue. But obviously, this is part of a bigger trend, one that most people would categorize as something called conversational AI.
Software that you can talk to.
So, let's talk for a minute about conversational AI. Like you said, this technology has wide-sweeping implications for a number of industries. Almost every business has some kind of support line. Sometimes for customers external to the company, sometimes for employees within the company, and most of the time both. Not only that, but questions come up within any line of business, from HR to finance. As a result, almost any department within an enterprise could benefit from automating responses to their most common tasks and questions. Now keep in mind, chatbots have been around for a long time. The first one, Eliza, was created in the 60s by MIT. But conversational AI technologies have come a long way since then. Whereas Eliza was simply hard-coded with answers to a limited set of questions, today's chatbots understand language at a far deeper level, picking up on both the user's intentions, as well as a broader set of more abstract concepts like emotion and sentiment. This allows modern chatbots to be very quickly customized for any purpose. You could create an automated secretary, or a virtual math tutor, or even a chatbot personal trainer. The possibilities are only limited by the body of knowledge that you have access to.
Right. And obviously, our enterprise clients have a lot of data and knowledge to tap into. But when it comes to operationalizing it, most of them tend to run into a little bit of trouble.
Oh, for sure. Traditionally speaking, the process of infusing AI into your business has taken a number of highly technical tools and skills, especially if you're building models from scratch. Luckily, this is precisely where IBM has set itself apart. Watson Assistant is designed so practically anyone can build a chatbot. Whether you're a programmer, a customer service agent, a C-suite executive, the platform's graphical interface for building out dialogue flows is super intuitive and easy to use.
And not to mention, you can build a prototype of a chatbot in just minutes.
Exactly. Watson Assistant comes with a library of pre-configured skills to get you up and running faster, from customer care to banking. So we've trained Watson to automatically answer questions about dozens of our clients' most common use cases.
And that's really valuable to our customers, because with Watson Assistant, you can deploy a versatile virtual assistant with minimal technical background or practically no technical background at all. So let's take another dive into a client journey where we had a client with a business problem that was able to innovatively tackle it through Watson AI. AI for knowledge workers can be used to scan and compare enormous volumes of documents and to understand and find relationships, insights, and discrepancies that humans would never notice. With AI, procurement professionals and lawyers, for instance, are able to pore over billions of pages of contracts and legal documents with less effort and more accuracy, saving both time and money.
So, can you think of any examples about how this application of AI might look in, for example, the energy industry?
Sure. Let's take, for instance, Woodside Energy, a large independent energy company that has been a global leader in oil and gas for more than half a century. Woodside Energy knew that it had to harness an institutional knowledge of its best employees, and by harnessing the power of AI, the company was able to extract meaningful insights from 30 years of dense and complex engineering data, and put decades of knowledge at the fingertips of employees across the company.
Interesting. So, how exactly did that help employees?
So this helped the organization answer tough questions faster to enable fact-driven decision-making on complex projects. Now, this is just one example of how a company can infuse AI into its core business. However, this same approach can be replicated across any industry, and because it begins with putting AI to work.
Well, yeah, that's certainly a cool proposition, but real quick, let's talk numbers. What were the results?
As a result, Woodside was ultimately able to increase efficiency while significantly decreasing costs, with $10 million saved and a 75% decrease in time spent searching for the right information.
Wow, and all of this was done with Watson AI?
That's right, through our AI-powered Insight Engine, which we call Watson Discovery. Watson Discovery understands the language of your business. Did you know that average employee wastes nearly 3 hours each workday searching for information? The answers are buried across multiple sources in both structured and unstructured forms that is frequently updated and written in the domain-specific lingo. But with Watson Discovery, a market leader in both Forrester and Gartner, you will provide AI-powered search and text analytics capabilities to empower your organization's experts and knowledge workers with the right information at the right time with the right context. Watson Discovery enables our clients to unlock hidden value in unstructured data to find answers, monitor trends, and surface patterns.
Wow, these case studies really are just so inspiring. Artificial intelligence has come so far so fast, and it's amazing to see how quickly our clients are able to generate value with these solutions.
And it's only getting better. IBM Research is an absolute forefront of AI development, and they are laser focused on creating innovative new commercial applications for our clients.
That's a great point. There's a ton of great projects coming out of IBM Research literally all the time. Project Debater, for example.
Did you say Project Debater? That's one of my favorites, and that's not debatable.
For those who haven't heard about Project Debater, after breakthroughs like Deep Blue and Watson on Jeopardy, IBM began working on its next big computing milestone, an AI system that could debate humans on complex topics. Just over a year ago, Project Debater took the stage for the first time, advocating for preschool subsidies against a champion human debater. In order to be ready for this challenge, Project Debater needed a multitude of advanced capabilities: large-scale document processing, listening comprehension, even logical reason. So this was a really landmark achievement. Although Debater didn't quite manage to best its opponent, it did receive the majority vote as the contestant that better enriched the audience's knowledge. And this was really the most important outcome. The team's ultimate mission is to help humans make more well-informed decisions. Since then, Debater has been used by debate teams as a tool to support both sides of an argument. And from what I hear, these sorts of capabilities are coming very soon to our own Watson applications.
That's right, Parker. The IBM Watson team has announced the first commercial release of key NLP capabilities from IBM Research's Project Debater.
Right. A great example of that, in March, Watson Natural Language Understanding released advanced sentiment analysis, including idiom understanding.
We saw Project Debater's unveiling as just the next step on a journey to deliver AI with robust NLP capabilities to businesses everywhere. And we're excited to announce that IBM will begin integrating NLP features developed for Project Debater into Watson. IBM Research once again delivers unique technology fresh from the lab straight to the enterprise.
That's awesome. So in a few words, can you tell us what exactly this means for our customers?
Of course. Well, currently IBM clients using Watson Discovery, Watson Assistant, or other Watson services will for the first time be able to take advantage of advanced sentiment analysis, new summarization capabilities, advanced topic clustering, and customizable classification of elements in business documents. The new advanced sentiment analysis feature, for example, will enable Watson APIs to now identify and analyze idioms like up in the air, as well as slang used in informal speech.
Wow. Clearly, there's a lot of exciting stuff going on in the world of AI. And of course, IBM is leading the charge.
That's right. There's even more cool stuff coming down the pipeline, and in the coming weeks, we're going to be talking about all of it right here on What's Up Watson.
Right. If you enjoyed learning about what innovative companies like Autodesk are doing with conversational AI, be sure to stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll bring in an expert to talk about all the other cool applications of chatbots and virtual assistants.
And if you thought the Woodside Energy case study was interesting, we have an upcoming episode where we drill even further into the topic of insight extraction with Watson Discovery.
And finally, you've probably all heard about the buzz around Red Hat and the IBM hybrid cloud story. So in our fourth episode, we'll dive even deeper into the multi-cloud story, exploring how future AI applications will be supercharged by containers, Kubernetes, and Red Hat OpenShift.
There's so much to look forward to. And if you're feeling just as excited as we are, feel free to reach out to us directly by adding us on LinkedIn and emailing us to get you started on your AI journey. We're here to start a dialogue about how your company can innovate with Watson AI.
And be sure to check back regularly for new episodes. We'll help you keep your finger on the pulse on the latest and greatest developments in the world of AI.
Well, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining us here on What's Up Watson.
See you all soon.